Cotter, the co-captain of the Cowboys, joins the run home with Joel and Fletch once again. G'day, Reuben.
How's it going? Great track. Great track.
Rubes, okay, that is your, was that your wedding song, Five Leaf Clover?
It was. Yeah, that was our first dance.
Oh.
Me and my wife, yeah.
Okay. Did you
Beautiful
go
song.
Did you go to any of his concerts? Because I know he was in Australia.
No.
You didn't?
No, I missed out on the recent ones. Yeah, a bit filthy on that, but hopefully when he comes here again, we'll go.
Who was the best man at your wedding, and how did they perform in the speech? Because a real pressure to be funny when you're the best man. How'd you go, Rubes?
I actually had Tommy Gilbert. He was there, and he gave a pretty. He's pretty serious. If you meet Tommy, he seems. He jokes around a fair bit away from footy, but he's very serious. So he was more of a tear jerker sort of a speech. And then Mitchell Dunn, one of the older players up here in the Cowboys as well. He went pretty good behind the mic.
Now, Rubes, you're a bit far north of this incoming cyclone. You're up in that area where you guys get a lot of cyclones. Have you ever been involved in one? And if so, what was the message from the local government, housing and boarding up and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, so we had one last year. Obviously, they're pretty common up in these part of the woods. But it's just to be smart and, don't go overboard and buy out all the toilet paper and all that sort of stuff. But we had a few shortages up here at the time, but be smart, look after your family, look after your neighbours and, stay out of the weather.
So, Rubes, have you ever been in this situation at the Dolphins and more, I suppose, the Broncos as well, where you've had the opportunity, well, not the opportunity, but you were going to have to play and you knew there was a chance that a cyclone may hit?
No, I haven't ever been a part of playing a game of footy while there's a cyclone happening. A bit unlucky for the Dolphins losing a home game to go down to Sydney, but no, I haven't ever, been playing while there's one on the horizon.
Well, just on that too, by the way, if this goes ahead, then the corresponding fixture, they'll swap it around. So they won't lose their home game.
Well, the more I think about it, give them a point each. Give them a point each. We're not even going to have this argument. You stay with your family. You stay with. You help.
That's probably the better way to go about it, to be honest.
Really? Would you cop that a no game and a point each, Rubes?
Depending on how about the cyclone is.
Yeah.
If it's, you want to look after your families, so you can't do that if you're not there.
Yeah.
Well, you're a better place to have an opinion on this. Brian and I offered up hypotheticals.
I've decided
it's off.
It's off.
Yeah. Okay.
Call it off. You reckon?
Call it off. Call it off. Everyone will understand. The broadcaster will understand. You get a point each.
Yep.
Or am I being? What do you think, tourist?
Okay, get to the Cowboys. Okay, righto. Let's talk about Brian. In fact, before we do that, I was going to go to the youth movement. Let's start with the more elder statesman, John Bateman. Bateman, he's made that starting spot his own. Tell us about John Bateman. North Queensland climate, very, very different to northern England, Brian. How's he settling in?
Yeah, the first couple of weeks were tough for him. He's quite tough to understand sometimes. Yeah, most of the time you just end up agreeing with him. But no, he's settled in really nicely amongst the group, and he's definitely earned his spot here. And I've loved seeing him train and enjoyed playing with him in that Melbourne trial. So we're looking forward to this weekend.
Rubes, give us a bit of an insight into your halfback, young Duffy. Now, there's been big raps on him for the last couple of years. There was talk he might get a run last year, but he hasn't. So he's your starting 7. What's his strengths? And is he ready for first grade, do you think?
Yeah, I reckon he's ready. He's had a solid pre-season. From what I've seen, being back after Chrissy, he's a smart. He's got a good footy IQ about him, and he's very vocal on the field, which is what you want out of your half. So he's not afraid to tell you where to go, and he's got a lot of respect from the boys. So we're all keen to see how he goes this weekend, and it's probably a pretty special moment for him and his family as well. So we want to try and make it a memorable one for him.
Chatting to Reuben Cotter, we're talking about Tom Duffy, the halfback, starting the season in the number 7 for the Cowboys. For those who haven't seen him play in the lower grades, who would you liken him to, a style of play, Tom Duffy?
Good question. Who would I like him to? I don't know. He's not the biggest bloke, but he's just, he took a lot off Chatty, away from Chatty's game. The first couple of years Chatty was here, and similar style to him, but, he's got a good boot on him. I don't know who I'd liken him to, but he's pretty much his own sort of style, but he believes in himself, and he's very vocal on the field, which is, something that Jono had in his game. Tommy did, and Scott had in his game as well. So he's taken a bit from everyone and sort of made it his own.
You've won the last two at 4 Pines. You turn up, you score a try early. The kicking tee is going out to whom?
Yeah. Bloody oath.
Who's the goal kicker?
Well, Duffy's actually been there too, so it'll be between him and Drinky. Drinky's sort of taken the lead there, but Duffy's got a good boot on him as well when we need him. So
now, Rubes, how is our Mullet Man merch going? Are we still on board with all that?
Yeah, still on board. Got a couple new ones coming out soon. I could send you some down, boys.
Give it a plug.
Yeah.
How do we get it?
Jump onto the Mullet Man website and grab your tees. It's either on the Mullet Man or reubencotter.com.au, and jump on and find all your T-shirts there. I've got phone cases, stickers. There's a bit of gear there, so jump on and get a new shirt for this year's season.
Now, I can't think of another rugby league team that has so many entrepreneurs. So they've got the boys up there, Valdust. Well, he's not there anymore, but he's part of the golf sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Anyone else, Rubes, doing any entrepreneurial sort of away from rugby league? Any podcasts or any other merch?
No, that's about it for now. A couple of the younger boys, Helam Lukey and Tommy Chester, are starting up a fishing channel.
I like that.
So keep an eye on that. And they're starting some merch as well. So, that's about it at the moment.
Yeah.
Blockbuster start for these boys, Brian.
Mm.
Manly at 4 Pines.
Yep.
And then what about round 2? Have a look at this, Brian. Look who they're playing in round 2. Sharkies in Townsville.
Sharkies.
Yeah.
You got a big fortnight ahead of you.
Yeah. Yeah, they're always tough to play as Sharks, but we're looking forward to it, eh? Yeah.
How was your off-season? What did you do? Did you go away, Rubes? Get up to
I took the family over to Queenstown.
Oh, how good's Queenstown? How good is
beautiful it? Beautiful spot just to relax and, did a fair bit of stuff for the kids, so it was nice to get away. It's a bit cool in Townsville too.
Did you? It is a little bit. How did you get a bit of FOMO watching Vegas? Are you keen?
A little bit, yes. Yeah, a little bit. Hopefully we're there next year. From more reports, we're going to put a bin in, I think. So
that's what I heard. If you do go over there, you missed I think the Raiders missed a beat. Sugar and I were saying they should have played in the all black jerseys. I feel that you guys go over there like the Vegas Raiders.
Yep.
You guys should mimic the Dallas Cowboys.
What
Uniform.
are they, blue and white?
Very similar.
Yeah.
But they've got a big star on there.
Yes.
Don't you feel?
Yeah, I love that. I think the Raiders should have mimicked the Las Vegas Raiders. They won, doesn't matter. Hey, Reuben, you're up for another massive year. Good luck to the Cowboys. 5th last year. I'm sure you're looking to get one better into that top 4. All the best. It's a bumper game at 4 Pines against Manly. You can get your Cowboys tickets on Ticketmaster when you're travelling to see the Cowboys or at home to see the Cowboys. Reuben Cotter, thanks again, mate, for joining the Run Home with Joel and Fletch.
Thanks, fellas. Thanks for having us.
Go on, your Rubes.